quite a time to be hitting the market and maybe trying to convince them that those spreads don't need to be that wide.
Yeah, to set some context over here, the combined market value of the 10 listed companies in the group, the port to power conglomerate, has slumped by $146 billion, or it's around 60% since the US-based short seller released its report a month ago, alleging accounting fraud and stock manipulation. Of course, Adani has denied the allegations. And Bloomberg has put out a technical analysis where it says the flagship company, Adani Enterprises, has slumped around 60% from its close on Jan 24th. And the technical analysis shows it has a room to decline another 26%. And let me not get into all companies, but let me get to one more company, which means bread and butter for Adani Group, which is Adani Ports and Special Economic Zone, which has tumbled 44% from its September high, but it has lost only 28% since the Hindenburg report was published on Jan 24th. So market is waiting and watching how this will react and what are the restoring confidence building measures put forth by Adani Group.
And that brings to mind the timing of them directly talking to investors with this roadshow that's slated for next week. What else do we know about that?
Yeah, precisely. That is the one strong measures, because they have put out a 413-page rebuttal to Hindenburg, and they had also put out a credit report. So now what they're going to do is they're going to meet investors in person, and they're going to address with detailed presentation. And what we understand is that it starts from Monday, and it's happening in Singapore and Hong Kong, and a whole finance team is going to be there, and they're going to meet bond investors individually and in group, and they're going to explain they have enough cash balance to address any kind of adverse situation, and they had never defaulted, and they are going to tell the repayment date and kind of cash generating capabilities from the group, so that bondholders and other investors would be happy about it. And that is a one key point in a milestone which market is also waiting for, because that will have a detailed presentation about the debt position and cash position as well.
Okay, what else is top of mind for you? This seems to be a day-to-day story. I was reminded this morning, it's been a month since we've been talking about this. What's top of mind for you today?
Yeah, so that exactly. It's after a month, one report and few session has wiped around 146 billion from the market capitalization, and Gautam Adani, who was once like very low back and very way back in the list of wealthiest person, as now is no more on Asia's richest person. But what we understand is, like, after 413-page rebuttal and a detailed credit report, and there's no sign. Of course, they have also said no to big M&A deals, and they are also preserving cash, and they're also cutting short the capex, capital expenditure, and they're also cutting short the aggressive expansion, which was originally slated between around 35 to 40%. Now it has come down to 15 to 20%, which is also an indication that they are trying to conserve cash and to be like a little bit conservative when it comes to cash management and expansion. One of the key allegation across from credit sites to Hindenburg was rapid diversification from port to data center to media to whatnot.